The horse has stood by our side for thousands of years. There is no other animal species that has been as loyal, fierce, powerful, and essential as the horse. Horses have played countless important roles to humanity. They plowed our fields and pulled our families from one side of an immense country to the other. They charged into war and fell to the ground beside their fellow human soldiers. They provide comfort and therapy. Horses are many things. They're our friends, our pets. They are not food. These are retired racehorses, kids' camp horses, stolen pets, the product of greedy breeders, retired draft horses. A large percentage are shipped up from the U.S. Recreational horse owners provide billions to the Canadian economy, and horses are taxed as pets. The slaughter industry profits one man and his family, a handful of kill buyers, and fewer than 150 employees. Most horses end up at auctions, the gateway to slaughter. Pet horses are stolen and sold to slaughter with no proof of ownership required. Kill buyers masquerade, posting misleading ads promising good homes for saddle horses. No horse is safe.
There are thousands of horses in Canada that are transported live by air to Japan and South Korea to be slaughtered for sushi meat. They are crammed in small crates, bunched together where the tops of their heads touch the tops of crates. They travel for very long hours just to end up on someone's plate. These are our companions that have been with us for a good chunk of our lives. And this is how they end up? Is this the Canada that you know, that I know? I don't think so.
Horses are as dear to many human hearts as are cats and dogs, whose suffering we do not tolerate. It is not acceptable for industry to be allowed to dictate to government what is humane and acceptable to do to horses. The fox guarding the henhouse insists that this practice is humanely conducted, but it is clear to see that profit is the biggest motivator here, and animal welfare concerns are on the back burner. There are many reasons to ban the slaughter of horses in Canada. Horses are easily panicked, flight animals, difficult to stun and kill in an assembly line environment, resulting in horrific and unnecessary suffering. It's a fallacy that horse slaughter is humane euthanasia. It is a brutal and often prolonged and painful ending to a beautiful life. Can you imagine someone doing this to your stolen pet? It happens.
A Nanos poll was taken across Canada in June 2019 by Ottawa, Ontario lobbying firm, the Parliamentary Group. When asked about the continuation of this practice, 69% said they would like to stop the slaughtering of horses in Canada for human consumption. Canadians are over 4 times more likely to say that they would have a more positive impression rather than a more negative impression of a politician that supported a ban in Canada on the slaughter of horses for human consumption.
Canada and the United States are linked together in this whole war against horse slaughter. The reality is, as long as horses are being slaughtered in one of our countries, horses from that other country are going to die also. We've taken polls in both countries. The populations, the mass majority of both countries are opposed to horse slaughter. But being opposed to it doesn't mean they're willing to do anything about it.
Animals Angels has been documenting what a horse goes through once it enters the horse slaughter pipeline, and our investigators have been documenting conditions at feedlots, auctions, and slaughter plants all across the United States, Mexico, and Canada.
Findings of cruelty, neglect, and suffering of horses on feedlots during air and ground transportation and in the slaughter plants is proof that horses cannot be slaughtered humanely on a mass scale. Poll findings are clear. The majority of Canadians want to see it abolished. Please help us end it. The Canadian Horse Defence Coalition and the majority of Canadians call on our Prime Minister, the Minister of Agriculture, and all MPs to take the necessary steps to end the slaughter of horses in our country.
Horse slaughter in Canada must end now. Please support this campaign. Together, we can end horse slaughter in Canada.